podcasts. Feels like every single day there's like 1,000 new podcasts. I mean, people who aren't even interesting have podcasts now. How's that even possible? I don't know. I mean, I could have a podcast. Except for that, I probably couldn't because I really can't stand having this whole thing in front of my face while I'm recording. In fact, for this video, I don't even think this is going to work out. Let's just switch back to the normal way. This is so much better. What is good, internet? Welcome to my channel. This is a new series called Quick Rec, where I just make simple recommendations about things that I really, really love. Stuff that I've been using or watching or doing that is bringing me a lot of joy, and I just want to share it with the world. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm sure you could tell by the intro that today's episode is about podcasts, and not even podcasts in general. I'm pretty sure most people know about those at this point. This is about one specific episode of a podcast, and that podcast is Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Specifically, this one has Dana Carvey. Conan O'Brien and Dana Carvey, man, they are two comedic forces. Conan O'Brien, of course, from his show on TBS. He wrote for SNL, he's wrote for The Simpsons. I mean, he's had a tour, he's done all kinds of stuff. And then Dana Carvey, I mean, he's basically a comedy legend from Wayne's World fame and Wayne's World 2. Those movies were so important for me growing up. I love those.
Rib for her pleasure. Ew.
And Dana Carvey has just been around forever, and he's hilarious. So these two guys, when they get in a room together, it kind of was just like a recording of two old friends. They just immediately started cracking up and just making jokes. And, you know, there was a great interview process in there, and Conan O'Brien and him had a good conversation, but so much of it was just them ripping off of each other, and it just made my whole day better. These two guys, getting to listen to them just made me smile, made me laugh. I had to keep myself from cracking up at work and disturbing everyone else that I work with.
Shut up.
It was just so good. This podcast was so good, I listened to it twice, and I never do that. I don't think I've ever listened to a podcast more than once before, but this one was just too good, had to check it out a second time. Honestly, there's not really too much I can say without giving away some of the jokes. It's just a really good listen. And it's an hour of my life that I just thought, hey, I need to recommend this. I've got to let more people know about this episode because it made my whole day that much better after I listened to it. So I think you'll like it a lot as well. And of course, podcasts are free. This one has ads like every podcast does, but Conan does a good job even making the ads funny. So I definitely think you should check it out. It's an hour of your time and costs $0. If you're watching this video and you've already listened to this podcast, then definitely leave me a comment below and tell me what you thought about it. Obviously, I liked it enough to make this video about it. Let me know what you think. And no matter where you listen to it, whether you got an iPhone, an Android phone, you're on a computer, whatever you got, I'll leave all the links down below so you can quickly subscribe or listen to the podcast. I really recommend it. I think everyone will like it. No matter what sense of humor you have, this podcast will definitely have you covered and give you a couple of laughs at the very least. After listening to this podcast, I could definitely say that I'm in love with the Coco. I listen to this podcast like every week. It's really good. You should listen to it too. So, if you like this video, if you like this series, if you like this idea of quick recommendations, make sure you leave me a comment down below, get friendly with that like button, and if you love it a lot, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be making more of these. And actually, by the time this one comes out, there might even be a second episode already, so check it out. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Thanks, later.